All right, welcome to another edition of the Fifth Down Show right here on the KJC Radio Network, broadcasting live via Blog Talk Radio, simulcast on the Snowman Media Network, simulcast on YouTube on the Fifth Down Sports channel. We also have our StreamYard going. We have our Spotify, all the radio apps playing the Fifth Down Show. We are involved in our summer of greatness. We're doing a late edition here because we had some certain things going on, and we're hoping that we can get our special guest. We're hoping our special guest comes along because we pushed the show for it. But either way, we will march on through here. A Pizzle in the chat already. If you are in the chat, if you are on YouTube and you want to help us out by being in the chat and helping us select all of our stuff. You can also hit the StreamYard link as we put it up here. If you hit the StreamYard link, you can join us live. We'll get you in. That way, if you want to join the show, just audio, you can call the show 646-668-8415 to join us. Today on the show, this is probably the most controversial topic that we will ever do as far as a summer of greatness is concerned. As everybody sees it, A Pizzle is in the house. A Pizzle is in the house, but I'll keep the StreamYard link up for a little bit. If people want to get involved, by all means, do what you got to do. And let me see here. Oh, all right. So hopefully they can come. Hopefully, well. All right, I just have to send a message here real quick. All right. All right, so we are getting it. We are getting this going here. So we're just getting this going here. Sorry, it's just talking to our guest who is running a little bit late, but may be able to join us. But that's okay. We can push on without it. Why does it? Oh, I freaking hate this. All right, just get out of the way. All right. There we go. All right, so as I was saying, this is going to be probably our most controversial topic because everybody has songs that they sing along to. Everybody has songs that the minute it comes on the radio, the minute you hear the beat to that song, you are singing along. Everybody has them. We are going to select our top 16 songs that we sing along to, and that is why I asked a special guest to come on. So we will, we'll do our thing until our special guest comes along, and I will hold out a certain song, a certain group song, when we get there. But these are songs that everybody sings along to. Everybody, the minute it comes on, it is the greatest sing-along song, whether it's at a sporting event, whether it's at the bar, whether it's in the shower, whether it's at work, whenever you hear that song, you sing along to, we're going to get to the bottom of which is the best of all time. And so we will get that going. We will get that going. So we'll do all of that as we normally do. We'll set the tournament up. We'll start by selecting our songs. Then we'll set the tournament up. Then we'll do the head-to-head tournament, and we'll get everything going. For those of you that are new here, that's what we do. We keep it as random as possible. We don't set it up as 1 through 16, and it's 1 versus 16. No, everybody is handpicked with a chance. So that's how we're gonna do it, and that's how we're gonna do everything here tonight. So if you want to be a part of the program, by all means, give us a call, 646-668-8415. You can join us as a judge. You can join us to select for the selection process. You can join us as a judge. Whatever you want to do, you can do when you call in. If you want to join us, I said the StreamYard link is in there, or you can just join us by being like a pizzle and being in the chat and being along. But we're going to select the greatest sing-along song, and with that, let's get to the topic. Let's get to the moment at hand. Let's start picking some of these songs out. And when I thought of this topic, the very first thing came to mind, and Yankee fans right now, cover your ears, because when I was thinking of sing-along songs that everybody sings along to, I mean, there is nothing like the 7th inning stretch at Fenway Park, where everyone is singing along to Sweet Caroline. You know, Sweet Caroline. Ba, ba, ba. Everybody is singing along. When you see an entire stadium singing along, I got to kick off the intro. I got to kick off the entries with Sweet Caroline. So Neil Diamond and Sweet Caroline is the first entry into the tournament. Everybody sings a lot. The minute that beat comes on, you start singing. And A Pizzle reading my mind, and I got a good story about this one. So my second entry into the list, A Pizzle hitting it right on the head. All right, so when I used to do karaoke. All right, so we're at the karaoke bar. This is our first time. This was our first time there. On our first time there, I get in and I'm like, DJ Don, you're gonna. I said, if you're gonna, I put in Journey, and I said, DJ Don, if you want to have this be epic, put this song last. Make this the last song, and I will get the whole bar singing along. And he's like, yeah, right. So, needless to say, we get later in the night, and this girl comes up, and she sings Shania Twain, and she sounds just like Shania, and absolutely nails it out of the park. Then he calls my name up. And he says, all right, Chris, you're gonna sing a lot. You're gonna be next. And so I get on the mic, and of course I look at him and I go, Don, you expect me to follow that? How do you expect me to follow that? No one's gonna be as good as this girl just was. So with that, I need all of y'all's help to make this song work. All of a sudden, the piano starts, and we get into so the piano starts, and I start singing the first verse, and I'm like, all right, everybody, let's go. I need y'all's help. And so when it starts playing, the entire bar is singing along. So I get the first verse done, and I'm starting to go. I'm like, we're rocking here in the bar, but this is not this. We need more. I'm running down the bowling alley. I stopped. People were bowling. I stopped the entire bowling alley and had the entire bowling alley singing along to Journey, and we were pumping it out. It was amazing. It was amazing. It was fantastic. So Journey is definitely on the list, as we have Don't Stop Believing by Journey. So A Pizzle, you are absolutely correct that Journey is on the list. So believe. All right, so Don't Stop Believing. Now, number 3 on my list is one that a lot of people look, this is one for me that just the minute this song starts, the minute this next one starts is it puts you in such a good mood, and all you need is the first line. The first line of the song, and you will be going with it the whole time. And all I gotta say is, hey Rodrigo, days when the rains came. Of course, we're talking about brown-eyed girl. Do you remember when we used to sing? Everybody, when they come up with that part, everybody is always singing along. Sha la 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 dee da. Everybody sings along to the middle of that. At some point in this song, I sing the whole thing, but so I'm going with brown-eyed girl. So Brown-Eyed Girl is in on the list. All right, I'm going to skip over my third one, because my third one, now, I didn't talk about the rules yet. I didn't talk about the rules of this. Now, a lot of people are going to say, oh, what about this song? What about that song? We are only putting one song per band. So a band can only have one song. Now, while there might be bands, and there might be bands that have multiple songs that they could put in, but we are going to limit it to one per band. We want the band, we want the artist, one per artist, as far as what we got going on. So that's what we have to do. Now, for those of you out there that think, oh, I'm just doing songs, I'm just doing old rock songs, that's not the case. Okay? But here's the thing. Every time I hear somebody say mount up, the minute they say it, I'm like, regulators, mount up. It was a clear black night, a clear white moon. Warren G was on the streets. I gotta put Warren G on there. Regulators is always on the list. Everybody sings along when Regulator comes on. So I'm putting Warren G on the list. Regulator is on the list. So I'm putting Warren G. I'm putting Warren G in. All right. So I'm putting Regulator on the list. We're going again. I have another thing that I need to talk about. But let me just say this. If you've never seen Metallica play live, you want to get an idea of you want to get chills. Go to just listen to the Mexico City live album. Just listen to Woodstock 94, the Woodstock 94 album. When you have thousands, I'm talking you have hundreds of thousands of people chanting, die, die, die by hand. Oh my goodness, when the crowd is singing along to Creeping Death. Creeping Death by Metallica is one of the greatest live songs that you will ever hear because the crowd is so good. I remember I had a recording of Metallica early in their career. I think it was from like 1989. It was when they were in Texas. And you couldn't hear, they didn't have a mic on the crowd. So whenever Hetfield was talking to the crowd, you could hear Hetfield, but you couldn't hear the crowd respond. They played Creeping Death, and you could hear the crowd, and it was awesome. I was like, oh my God, they must have been singing that so loud. So I'm going with Creeping Death. So we'll put Creeping in here. So Creeping Death is on the list. All right. Now, so remember I talked about bands. I talked before about the rules. We can only have one song from each band. Only one song can come in. This is why I talked about this. Because for a band like the Beastie Boys to me, I could put 4 different songs on here. I could put No Sleep Till Brooklyn on here. I could put Girls, All They Really Want Is Girls. I could put that on here because everybody sings along to that song. I could put Brass Monkey on here. I could put if it were just talking about my favorite Beastie Boys song, it would be Intergalactic. Intergalactic Planetary. I could put that on there. I could put Sabotage on here. Sabotage, one of the greatest music videos of all time. So I could put that. I could put that on here. But for me, there's no. I've seen the bar light up. I've seen the entire bar light up when Fight for Your Right to Party comes on. I've seen it happen. I've seen Billy Martin's the entire bar singing along to this song. So I gotta put Beastie Boys Fight for Your Right. So I'm gonna put. So that's my Beastie Boys entry in there. All right. So those of you that think, you're just doing rock, you're just doing rock songs, you're just doing rap songs, blah blah blah. All right, here we go. I gotta get this one. Another great sports reference here. And for my fans of Wisconsin. For Wisconsin football, they're going to think we're entering the fourth quarter here because every game at Camp Randall, when they start the fourth quarter, it's one of the greatest things about college football. It's one of the great traditions in college football. Start of the fourth quarter in Camp Randall. Watch a game, and shameless plug here, Saturdays during college football on this YouTube channel on Snowman Multimedia. The game of the week will be broadcast. Snowman will do the broadcast, and Fifth Down will do the analysis of the biggest college football games of the day. So we'll pick a game every week. We will call the game, and Snowman and I doing it together. So we're gonna get that venture this starting. I believe it's September 9th. We will be September 9th will be our very first broadcast. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out how to do it. And so it should be fun. But every fourth quarter in Wisconsin, they are jumping around to House of Pain. House of Pain jump around, and you see people jumping, singing along. It is one of the most fantastic things. So I got to put House of Pain on here. Jump around. So jump around is on here. All right. Speaking of jumping around, we got to do another jumping song. And for this one, I got a story. So I played baseball in college. So I went to practice. I come back. I walk up the stairs to my room, and all I hear is I'm walking by the elevator, and all I hear is somebody out there? And I'm like, I'm looking at my buddy Wilson's room, and I'm like, Wilson, why is your door open? And then I hear, Dietz, help me out. Yeah, he was stuck in the elevator because Van Halen Jump was playing, and he jumped into the elevator, and the elevator broke, and the elevator got stuck. And so I had to pry the door open, try to pry the doors open, and we eventually, he's like, they called somebody, but nobody's coming. So we pried the door open and got Wilson out of the elevator. As he was doing it, but that was for so I got to put Van Halen's Jump in here. So Jump by Van Halen is in there. All right. Here we go. Another one. Here's another situation. And again, I know a lot of people out there are listening. I know a lot of people are listening to this. A lot of people search your feelings on this. Search your truth. Okay? Search your truth. And anybody who wants an idea that this is not a sing-along song needs to head down to Billy Martin's and talk to Klein about singing along to Backstreet Boys. I have never seen anybody sing along as good as Klein did to Backstreet Boys. I Want It That Way. Everybody sings along to it, but Klein nailed it when he was behind the bar. It was one of the greatest things I've ever seen. There's a video of it somewhere. It's gotta be put up. There's a video of it rolling around. Klein did awesome when Klein was covering for the girls while they were on their trip. He was behind the bar singing along, going nuts. So That Way, I Want It That Way is on the list. All right, it's on the list, and we still have a couple open spots. So I posted this in another chat, and this again, I'm talking about bands here. I'm talking about a band that I could pick so many songs for, and that, this is why I love having people help me out. And I posted this to our group chat for the Snowman's Army. And I posted it in the Rod Uncensored, and I got some comments back, and this is why. I mean, I'm talking about at a sporting event. How many times do you hear, we will rock you, and the entire crowd is singing along, and the entire crowd is doing the boom, boom, psh, boom, boom, psh, boom, boom, psh. The only problem with We Will Rock You is, yes, people sing the hook. Nobody sings the regular part, because nobody does the entire, they sing the hook but we will. I mean, how many people have been to a sports parade? We are the champions. Everybody's singing along to that. Whenever they win, whenever anybody wins a championship, whenever a championship is won, you know they're playing Queen. But I gotta say this: I grew up in the 90s. One of my favorite movies of all time is Wayne's World, and Bohemian Rhapsody to me is the one that I sing along to. It doesn't matter. I will sing the entire song, and it's so, even though it's long, I will sing the entire song the minute that it comes on. And Cole, Mr. Cole Johnson from Snowman in the Morning, Cole Johnson, Cole Sports, Revelations. Cole does a great job with all the shows that he does. Mentality, all the shows that Cole does. Cole does a great job. But Cole said Bohemian Rhapsody has to be on the list. And who am I to deny him with Bohemian Rhapsody? So Rhapsody is on the list. Bohemian Rhapsody on the list. It is entered into the tournament. All right. Now, this show Fit Down and my other show, Setting the Scene, we talk about the modern tropes of Hollywood all the time. We talk about how Hollywood is getting out of being so toxically masculine, and that's why we have to buck the trend here. Because there's no question about it. We talk sports, movies, comics. We are as toxically masculine as you can get on this on just this program. But we have to we have to venture into that. And this is where people might disagree with me on this. And they might have another one, but you cannot have a sing along without putting the Queen herself on there, Madonna. Madonna is on the list. Now, what Madonna song do people sing along to? I will tell you right now. Material Girl comes on the radio, you're singing along to it. If you're alone in your car, you're going to be singing along. So I'm putting Material Girl on the list, because you cannot have a list like this without Madonna. So we're going with that. All right, another band that needs another band that has so many songs that you could put on here. And for me, my favorite from this band, my favorite is Shout It. I sing Shout It all the time. I sing it even when it's not playing. Shout it, shout it, shout it out loud. Yeah, I recognize that's my go-to. If you ask me to sing a Kiss song, that's what I'm going to. But I understand that the greater song, and probably the song that most people sing along to, that people would sing along to more, has got to be rock. It's got to be I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. So I gotta go with rock and roll all night by Kiss. Rock and Roll All Night by Kiss. So we got Kiss on the list. We got 4 picks left, and we got a lot of songs to get to. I gotta do this one now. I gotta hit another genre of music. We talked about rap. We did some pop music. We've done some rock music. But let me tell you this. all you have to do is play the beginning of this song, and everybody will sing along. Blame it on my roots. I showed up in boots and ruined your black tie affair. Last one to show. I was the last one to show. I was the last one you thought you'd see there. And I saw the surprise and the fear in his eyes when I took his glass of champagne. I toasted you, said, honey, we may be through, but you'll never hear me complain. And everybody, by the time that's gone, everybody in the play, everybody in where you are is singing along with you. I got friends in low places, so I got to put Low Places by Garth Brooks on the list. All right, so Low Places is on the list. All right, we got three more entries to go, and we will wait. We are holding out hope that something that things go a little bit different. All right, so let me think. Let me think about my next. Look at my list and think about what I want to get next. All right, so this is one that I didn't have on my list, but I saw the reaction at the bar a couple weeks ago, and this is a song that every girl at the bar was singing along when this song came on. And I have a little story about this song too. About this song. When I was in high school, I was at my boy Ben's house. And we sang this song. We sang Boys to Men over the phone, a cappella, and do not ask me how we did it. Do not ask me. It was like an out of body experience. How me, Adam West, Jesse West, and Ben Johnson pulled this off. I have no idea how we did it. How we did the harmony. How we did everything. How we did boys, how we three white dudes and a black kid with no harmony at all, but somehow we pulled another one. Somehow we pulled off Boys to Men, and it was fantastic. It was fantastic, you know. And we pulled it off, and the girl was crying at the end, and she was like, "You guys sounded so good." I was like, "How did we just?" I looked at Ben and I went, "Did that really just happen? Like, how did we just do that? Like, we did it, no practice, no nothing. We just did it off the top, off the rip." It was one of those things. Like I will never be able to explain it. So Boys to Men is on the list. Rod, I see you. Rod Uncensored Media. Thank you for joining us, Rod. I see you on there. Queen, Another One Bites the Dust. We already put Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody on there. And as I said before, one per band. Another One Bites the Dust is a good. It is a good one. But you're never gonna get me to go against Wayne's World and Garth singing. Garth and Wayne singing Bohemian Rhapsody is one of my favorite scenes in a movie of all time. And you got the guys in the back doing the harmony part. It was so good. It was so good. So I've got to do. So I'm gonna stick with Bohemian Rhapsody, but thank you, Rod, for getting in there. All right, we got 2 spots left, and with 2 spots left, I'm going to challenge y'all again. I challenge you. I challenge you to search your feelings. Search your feelings. You know this to be true. Okay? People can say whatever they want about this band. They can say whatever they want about this song. But you know, and I know, and I'm okay with admitting it. I'm okay with admitting it, that when this song comes on, you are singing along. Everybody's singing along at the bar when it comes on. When it comes on in the car and you're alone in the car, you're singing along. I actually on my karaoke birthday, when I challenged everybody, I said, hey, if you've got a song, it's my birthday. If you've got a song, you want me to sing it, by all means, do it. Of course, me and my buddy Ray got thrown in to sing Tell Me What You Want, What You Really, Really Want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I wanna. And I'm telling you right now, if you say the Spice Girls don't deserve to be on this list, you're lying. You're lying. You're lying to yourself, because you know when it comes on the radio, you're singing along. You're singing along. I don't care who you are. So don't lie to me. So the Spice Girls are on the list. So Spice Girls are on the list. We have one more open spot, and I'm going to save that spot while I do the, because you know how we do this. We have one more. We have 15 picked. We have a 16th. Unfortunately, cousin Brianna is running late, and she has some things going on. So hopefully she'll be able to call in at some point during the show and give us her thoughts. So I'm gonna hold out, but you know how we do this. We have to pick the categories. So I'm gonna pick the categories next and see if cousin Brianna will join us to make our final pick, because I know the band, and I have said this many a times. We've said it on the show. We've said it multiple times when Brianna's been on the show. No one has been schooled in Bon Jovi more than cousin Brianna. Cousin Brianna is the authority when it comes to Bon Jovi. So I'm holding out that cousin Brianna will call in and she can pick the Bon Jovi. I think I know which Bon Jovi song she's going to pick, but I don't want to pick it without going to the authority on everything Bon Jovi. So, we're holding out hope. So we'll pick the categories, and then we'll come back to the list if we haven't gotten there yet. But of course, the first is my pick. So my pick, just which one I think is better. Of course, we got to do live. We got to do best lyrics. I can't see the fold, so I don't want to. We got to do lyrics. Best hook. And now the hook of the song is the middle. It's the repeating part, the part that everybody knows. So we got that. All right. A lot of these songs. So we'll go best instrumental. So instrumental. So it could be guitar. It could be anything. Just best instruments. Let's see. Since we are a sports show, I'm gonna do sporting event. So song that gets played at a sporting event. Best to dance to. So dance is on the list. We'll do best open. We did hook, best opening. So opening. Best opening, and by that I mean once the song comes on, you're singing along. You don't even have to wait to get into it. You are singing along from the jump. And with that, we'll do length. We'll do length. So I mean, there are a lot of songs that people will sing along at the start, but by the end, you only have a couple that make it the whole way. And then there are songs that everybody sings the entirety of the song. So we'll do that. Best verse. Put best verse on there. Just looking at my list. I mean, all of these are, but this is a category that needs to be up there. Is karaoke, which is the best to do karaoke too, because there are some songs that you could sing, that you sing along to, that are on this list that you could sing along to, but they're not a good karaoke song, because when you do karaoke, you want to sound like the artist, and there are a lot of songs that you can sing along to that you don't sound like if you don't sound like the artist, it just doesn't work. Like you want to hear the artist sing it, not yourself. So we got that. We've got all right, just looking at the list. We've got four. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5 more topic. We got 5 more categories, because we need the categories. As everybody knows, it's all about the categories. It's all about the categories are what make this work. And I'm just looking at what I've got on here. And we did best instrumentals, but I'll do music. All right. Most iconic. Bigger star as far as the singer. Look, in that, the reason that's in there, you're not going to get a bigger star than Madonna. You're not going to get a bigger one. There's no bigger star than Madonna on this list. All right, just checking to see what's going on here as we pick our. We have picked our songs. We have 2 more categories that we need. And as I'm sitting here, you can see how this goes. I come up with these, and I try to do them. I try to keep it as random as possible. I try to do them live for you guys, live for everybody to see the process, to see that it's an organic process. So we do that. So we got to go best. I got music. Oh, I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to think of what's another topic. Oh, we'll do bet. For the last one, I'm just trying to think of the last two. The last two categories. It's always tough on these last two because they're so important to have. We'll go with. I don't really know how to say this, so I'm just gonna put it on here and go with it. I'll go with most. All right, most. I'm gonna go with this. We're gonna go with a category. What gets the most people singing? What song would get the most people singing along? Because there are a lot of these songs that you might sing along to, or you might get somebody, but not a lot of people are gonna jump on. But at the same time, you have a song that everybody is everybody's jumping in. So we got that, and for the last category, we will do. What do I want to do for the last category? Most. I just want to see what we get, and all right, we'll do. All right. So we've gotten all of our categories in. Let's check the line, see what's going on. All right. So now, so I've got to break this down myself. As we pick our last one here. Our last one is a Bon Jovi song. Now, for me, as a person, Bon Jovi, all right, I could put for me my favorite song to sing along to as far as Bon Jovi is Always. Always. If you told me to lie for you, I would. If you told me to die for you, I would. Take a look at my face. There ain't no price I won't pay. Say these words to you. The guitar in that song is so good. It makes me want to sing. It makes me want to sing every time the song comes on. So if I had to pick my favorite, it would be Always. But I know that's not the one that everybody's gonna sing along to. You could do for me, when I thought of this topic, we were listening to the radio at work, and the minute the guitar comes on for Wanted Dead or Alive, it just makes you want to sing along to that. It just makes you want to sing along. It's also got one of the best lyrics in this. It's got one of the best lyrics. A loaded 6-string on my back. I'm wanted, dead or alive. So Wanted Dead or Alive could easily be put on this list. Of course, everybody knows Shot Through the Heart. and you're to blame, darling. You give love a bad name. That's a great starter. That is one of the greatest starting songs. Everybody gets involved. So I could put that on. I could put that one on the list. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm gonna go. But I witnessed this. I witnessed this live, and it kind of sealed the deal for me. And it's why I know I was amazed when this song came on at the bar, and all of a sudden every single person was singing along. And you know that everybody gets in when they go, oh, living on a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Every single person in the bar, oh, everybody's fist pumping along. Everybody is singing along. So living on a prayer is the Bon Jovi song I'm going to go with. If Cousin Brianna calls in, and we'll see if she overrides. We'll see if she overrides it. But for now, that's the Bon Jovi song I'm selecting for the list, because I've seen it where it has just taken over a life of its own. So, all right. So that's our list. We have our 16 candidates. We have, just to recap the candidates, we have Sweet Caroline, Don't Stop Believin'. We have Van Morrison, Brown Eyed Girl. We have Warren G, Regulators. We have Creeping Death by Metallica. We have Fight for Your Right to Party by the Beastie Boys. We have Jump Around by House of Pain. We have Van Halen's Jump. We have Backstreet Boys with I Want It That Way. We have Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody, which Queen got a lot of play from a lot of people in the audience. So Queen got a surprising amount of people told me Queen right out of the gate. We have our to make sure that we are not super toxically masculine, but by all means, this is deserving of the list. Material Girl is on the list. Material Girl, Madonna on the list. Also on the list. We have Kiss with I want to rock and roll all night and party every day. Gotta love Kiss. Gotta love Kiss. Kiss is always a good one. We have Garth Brooks for our country representative, Garth Brooks. With Friends in Low Places. Everybody sings along to Friends in Low Places. Everybody's got friends in low places. Some people are the friends in low places, and that's okay. That's okay. It's okay to be a friend in low places. With that, we have Boyz II Men. I'll make love to you like you want me to, and I'll hold you tight, baby, all through the night. I'll make love to you. Boyz II Men on the list because I've been a part of it. I was a part of it. How we pulled that off, I have no idea, but we did. And you just heard me sing it, and if you heard that, you'd be running. You'd be like, "Oh my God, this guy's voice sucks." Somehow we pulled it off perfectly. I don't know how. I can't explain. All right, Spice Girls is on the list because if you disagree with Spice, you'd have to call up. You'd have to call in, and as we always say on the show, tell me why you're wrong. Tell me why you're wrong, because everybody knows when that song comes on, they're singing along, and if you say you don't sing along to the Spice Girls, you're lying. You're lying. You are lying. All right. And last but not least, Bon Jovi, Bon Jovi, we saved them for last because we were holding out to see if Cousin Brianna comes on. Unfortunately, she has some issues going on that I'm not going to get into, but we hope that that situation clears up and works out for the best. So if she does call in, we'll bring her right on. But as we know, Bon Jovi, Living on a Prayer is on the list. As we all know, it's never about who's on the list. It's about where you get slotted in the tournament. And for that, we have to rip the papers up. So I'm just ripping the papers up now. And we will do our list and we will get our stuff going. We'll get our stuff going here. And I do apologize to people. Let me just tell you how these things work, because while I'm doing this, let me just tell you how these things work. If I could play the songs without getting a copyright strike from YouTube, I would totally play all of these songs. But you know how this works. YouTube will strike you down if you play something without the copyright deal. So I don't know how all that stuff works. People are always like, oh, you can fight it and you can do this. I'm not fighting anything. If they want, I remember our first show, the first show I ever did here on YouTube got hit because we played the Hulk Hogan theme music, and we got banned. The whole stream got banned in Russia, and people said, "Oh, you can fight it," and I was like, "I don't want to fight it. I wear that with pride. I wear that with pride that we got banned in Russia." So that's just something we will always have. We got in a fight with Russia, and guess what? I've seen Rocky IV. America, we're winning that. We're winning that. We're winning that. So Russia can ban us all they want. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to us. Okay, I've seen the Miracle on Ice. So we got plenty to cheer for us as far as we're going. All right, so let's do the list here. Let me open to a page and let me draw up the bracket. Ugh. That one almost killed me. All right, so we're kind of off the screen now. We got to turn it this way so that we can get the light in here. All right, let's check. All right, we're good. We're all good. So we're still doing it here. We're still going strong, and still doing a lot of things. We just got to draw up the brackets now. Draw up the brackets, then we'll select the. Then we will select and we'll get the tournament started. We'll do the tournament and we'll see where that leaves us. All right. Connecting the dots here. Connecting the bracket. And there we go. There's that. There's that. There's that. All right. So we have our bracket drawn up. Now it's time to pick the brackets, and here we go. I have everything in a box here. Everything is in the box. Captain Crunch box. Okay. This is the production value that we have. This is the production value of this show that we're going to use whatever is around me is what I'm going to use. So I'm going to use this, and what I'm going to do is I pick them out, and we pick them out. It's completely random as far as the seedings go. So if you're playing along on the top left of the bracket, we have Van Morrison, Brown Eyed Girl, opening up the show, and I gotta see if I have. Of course I don't. Of course I don't have one going. I need. Oh, my green. I don't know where the green went, but let's dump that out. Let's dump that out. We'll go with gray. Gray works. All right, so we got the bracket drawn. So Brown-Eyed Girl opening up the show here, and I'm just looking. I'm looking around, and of course I can't find my green marker, but we'll go with purple. And Brown-Eyed Girl. So Brown-Eyed Girl in your top left. All right, this is the bottom left. We need to keep that so we can do our next one. Brown-Eyed Girl. And next, we have the Spice Girls at the bottom of the bracket. So Spice Girls on that side. This is your bottom left-hand corner. All right, top right-hand corner, we have Don't Stop Believin' by Journey. So Believin', we have Don't Stop Believin' by Journey on the list. And bottom right-hand bracket, it's the bottom right-hand bracket, we have Bon Jovi, Living on a Prayer. So we have Prayer on the bottom right side of the bracket. All right. This is the Brown-Eyed Girl region. The Brown-Eyed Girl region, this is opposite Brown-Eyed Girl. Opposite Brown-Eyed Girl, we have Jump. We have Jump by Van Halen. Jump by Van Halen. We have Van Halen on the list. All right. This is opposite. This is Spice Girls in the bottom left-hand region, the Spice Girl region. We have Spice Girls and Madonna. We have Material Girl. So Material is on the list. Could be an interesting if they meet in the second round. Could be interesting if we get there. All right. This is opposite Don't Stop Believin'. We have Sweet Caroline on the list. So Sweet Caroline. Of course, we got some Sweet Caroline in there. All right, Living on a Prayer region. This is the Living on a Prayer region. We have Creeping Death by Metallica. Creeping Death by Metallica. And Bon Jovi in the same bracket. Could be interesting in a second round. All right, now we get our first round matchups. We start with Brown-Eyed Girl. Brown-Eyed Girl versus House of Pain, Jump Around. Could be an interesting second round matchup if Jump Around were to meet Jump by Van Halen. It would be an all jump challenge. But we'll see, because Jump by Van Halen will meet with Bohemian Rhapsody. Bohemian. So Bohemian is in Queen versus Van Halen in a first round matchup. Pretty good first round matchup right there. All right. Material Girl by Madonna. Material Girl Madonna versus Kiss. So Rock and Roll All Night with Kiss. Kiss on the list. All right, here we go. Spice Girls versus Beastie Boys. Beastie Boys, gotta fight for your right to party. Fight for your right to party. All right, so that's the left side of the bracket completed. Now let's go to the right side where we have Don't Stop Believin' by Journey. Don't Stop Believin' by Journey versus Friends in low places. What a bracket here. This is the monster bracket. Garth Brooks versus Journey in the first round. And we have Sweet Caroline versus Boys to Men. So we'll just do that for Boys to Men. We know what we're talking about. Boys to Men on the list. All right, our last two, we have Creeping Death versus I Want It That Way. Backstreet Boys. Well, I'll just put Way. That works. All right, we have I Want It That Way. And the last one, we have Living on a Prayer versus Regulators by Warren G. Regulators! Mount up. So Regulator on the list. We have our brackets are complete. As I said, that Journey Journey's got a tough road as A-Pizzle. A-Pizzle will show A-Pizzle again. A-Pizzle picked Journey right out of the gate. It's got a tough bracket. That is a tough bracket with Journey, Garth Brooks, Boyz II Men, and Neil Diamond in the same bracket. What a bracket. What a bracket. It's all going to come down to the categories. It always comes down to the categories right here on the Summer of Greatness, as we always do, as we always try to get these in here, trying to get these last ones in before we get to the summer. I will say this: I am working on. I have my college football preview. I got my magazine, so I'm gonna start working on that stuff. So we're gonna do a lot more talk of college football, of course. NFL fantasy football is coming up. Fantasy football drafts. We're gonna talk a lot about fantasy football. Coming up, we're going to do a lot with fantasy football. So we got that going on. Of course, if you want to be a judge, the StreamYard link is up, and you can always do that. You can also hit us up on the phone line. Anybody can be a judge. Anybody can do what they want to do. So don't be mad. You had the chance. If your favorite doesn't make it through, don't be mad at us. You had the chance. You had the chance to do it. All right. As we all know, it always comes down to category. It's all about the category. And we start with Brown Eyed Girl versus Jump Around. And let's see what the first category is. Hook. The best hook. Well, I mean, Jump Around, Jump Around. That's really the hook of the song, is get out your seat and jump around. Jump around. That's really all they got. Brown Eyed Girl. I'm going with Brown Eyed Girl on this one because everybody sings along to sha la 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 dee da, a la dee da. Do you remember when? Oh, we used to sing. So better hook on the song. I'm going with Brown Eyed Girl, and Brown Eyed Girl is moving on, taking out the Wisconsin favorite Jump Around. I think if it had gone a different way, if it had gone to lyrics, I probably would have gone with Jump Around, because Jump Around, if it had gone better opening. There's no better opening than Pump It Up. There's no better opening than Jump Around. I came to win, battle me, that's a sin. I won't tear a sack up, punk, you better back up. The lyrics on House of Pain is the lyrics are would have given it. But just the hook of the song, it's Brown Eyed Girl. So I got to go by the category. All right. Bohemian Rhapsody versus Jump. And we have length as far as length that people sing along, there's no longer song in this. There's no longer song in this than Bohemian Rhapsody. And like I said, I sing the entire song. So I'm going, Bohemian Rhapsody is moving on. So Queen moving on to the second round. All right, let's go to the third. Let's go to the next pick here. Material Girl Madonna versus Rock and Roll All Night. And we are rocking and rolling here. We are rocking and rolling all night. All night here. More iconic, Kiss or Madonna? And wow. You're not gonna get You're not gonna get two more iconic groups than Kiss and Madonna. Gene Simmons. But look, the reason we put iconic in there is Madonna's an icon. Madonna is an icon. I can't deny it. You can't deny it. You could argue all you want, but you're not going to get more iconic than Madonna. So I'm moving Madonna on. Material Girl moving on to the second round. Here. All right. Beastie Boys versus Spice Girls. Beastie Boys versus Spice Girls. And Better Karaoke Jam. Now, for this, I have to go to, I told you the story. Ray and I sang this in karaoke. I have actually done it karaoke. Whereas Fight for Your Right to Party probably could, but I've never done it actually. So I'm moving the Spice Girls on because I've actually done that. I've actually done that karaoke. So I'm gonna go with Spice Girls. Moving on, and we have Spice Girls and Madonna in the second round. What a matchup. All right, I'm gonna leave that bracket till the end because that is the monster bracket. All right, Creeping Death versus Mark Klein and his Backstreet Boys, I Want It That Way. And we have best verse. This one's tough. Do you guys, Creeping Death has the best hook. You know what? I can't do it. I'm trying to search a way to get I was trying to search for a way to get Backstreet Boys through on that. I can't do it. It's Metallica. Play Metallica and they will come. So Creeping Death is moving on. Creeping Death is moving on. I think that's one. That's one people could. I think that's one we could put an asterisk near, and maybe we, maybe we didn't get it right. Whatever. If we didn't, let me know. Let me know in the comments if we messed that one up. But I'm going Creeping Death by Metallica. Moving that on. All right. Regulator versus Living on a Prayer. The better music. As much as I love Warren G, as much as I love Regulator, the musical background to that is not. It's not as rockin'. It's not as catchy as Bon Jovi. So I gotta put Bon Jovi through on the music end. So and you have the guitar solo. You have the guitar solos. I mean, the Regulator, you got like the whistling part and a good background beat. It's a good beat, but Living on a Prayer just has that guitar solo. It's Richie Sambora. It's going to be Living on a Prayer. So Living on a Prayer moves on to the second round. All right, we'll start with Boyz II Men versus Sweet Caroline, and let's see what we got. We got Bigger Star bigger stars, Boys to Men, or Neil Diamond? I don't even think this is close. Just let me put it this way. There might be people there are cover bands that do Neil Diamond. They made a movie about a cover band who does Neil Diamond songs. Neil Diamond is the bigger star. There's no question about that. So Sweet Caroline is moving through. Even though Boys to Men did win a tournament last year, they did win our greatest boy band tournament last year. But I'm telling you, Neil Diamond is the bigger star. Again, put an asterisk next to it. Let me know in the comments if I got that one right. But I mean, you could argue, but I don't think you'll win that argument. So, all right, now for the matchup of the first round, Don't Stop Believing or Friends in Low Places, and live version. I will tell you this. I've never been able to see Garth Brooks live. I have seen Journey live. I saw them live at the Big E, and it was fantastic. When they played Don't Stop Believing, the entire crowd involved, the crowd at the Big E, we were singing on the gazebo. So I got to move Journey through. Even though Garth has the live album, I've never seen it. I've never seen him live, actually. I have seen Journey live. So I will go with Journey. All right. And we'll do this. So moving on to the second round, our second round matchups, we have Brown Eyed Girl versus Bohemian Rhapsody. We have Madonna, Material Girl versus the Spice Girls. We have Don't Stop Believing by Journey. We have Sweet Caroline by Neil Diamond. We have Creeping Death by Metallica. And we have Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi. And we'll start with Brown Eyed Girl versus Bohemian Rhapsody in the second round. In a second round, we have Better Opening. This is a tough one. This is extremely hard. Because Brown Eyed Girl, from the minute you hear that opening, you are singing along. But I gotta say, because of Wayne's World, I gotta go with Bohemian Rhapsody. I gotta go with Bohemian Rhapsody. I think I gotta go with Bohemian Rhapsody on this one. Just out of my love of Wayne's World. So Bohemian Rhapsody is moving on. I could easily be swayed, but because it's my pick, because I'm picking the better opening, I think it's Bohemian Rhapsody. All right, Material Girl versus Spice Girls, and we have the better at a sporting event. Better to play at a sporting event. I don't think Material Girl can make it at a sporting event. I know you could play. Oh, tell me what you want, what you really, really want. You could play that at a sporting event, and it would get people going. I really don't think either of these are going to fit at a sporting event, but if you were to play one of them, I think you would play Spice Girls, so I'm moving Spice Girls on. To the next, to a finals. It's a conference finals round, so they're moving on. All right. Creeping Death versus Living on a Prayer. We have Better Instrumental. Wow, what a matchup. Metallica versus Living on a Prayer. You know, I think Metallica's great, okay? You're never going to get me off Metallica. But as far as Creeping Death is concerned, Creeping Death is all about is all about the live version, the chanting, and that. Living on a Prayer has the better instrumental. So I'm moving Living on a Prayer on. Again, put an asterisk next to it because I could be swayed. But I think Living on a Prayer is moving on to the conference final. All right. Conference final. The top two contenders. These were the first two that when I thought of this topic, these are the first two I thought of, and they're going head to head in a second round matchup. Don't Stop Believing and Sweet Caroline. And we have the better lyrics. The better lyrics are Don't Stop Believing. They have better lyrics. They have more known lyrics. Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Got the lyrics on it. It's Don't Stop Believing. So Believing is moving on to the next round. So Don't Stop Believing takes out Sweet Caroline. We got Don't Stop Believing on the list. All right. So we have a conference final of Bohemian Rhapsody versus the Spice Girls. We have Don't Stop Believing versus Living on a Prayer. And we've held out this long, and Living on a Prayer is still in. So we might Cousin Brown might be able to come in and save her beloved Bon Jovi, because this is going to be a tough one. But Bohemian Rhapsody versus Spice Girls, and here we go. It is my pick. It is my pick. My pick. Spice Girls versus Bohemian Rhapsody. I've said it all show. I've said it. I already did purple. I already did orange. I already did that. So we got to go with gray. All right. I've said it all show. Wayne's World, one of my favorite movies. And one of my favorite parts is when they're singing Bohemian Rhapsody. So I'm going Bohemian Rhapsody. Moving on. So Bohemian Rhapsody is on to the final. Let's see what we can get. Let's see what we get for our other finalists. Don't Stop Believing or Living on a Prayer. And do we believe, or are we living on a prayer? Let's find out. Do we stop believing, or better to get up and dance to? This is where I think, and don't get me wrong, but I think Journey takes it. I've seen more people get up to dance to. Living on a Prayer. I have seen the entire bar sing along. I don't see people get up and dance a lot to it. But I have seen a lot. I have seen people dance to Don't Stop Believing. So I'm moving it on now. So Don't Stop Believing, moving on to the final against Bohemian Rhapsody in the final round. And the final round category is what gets the most people singing along. That's our category. Most people. Now there's one extra. So, but let's do this first. Let's do our championship round. Most people singing along. I have witnessed it. In my life. When I told you the story. We went out. We got the entire bar. I got the entire bowling alley. Even people who weren't even in the bar, they didn't know what the hell was going on. Got them to sing along to Don't Stop Believing. Don't Stop Believing is our champion. And the category we didn't get to was better words. Better words would have gone to Queen. I'll tell you this right now. If it had been words, Queen would have won. Queen would have won. Queen would have won. But when you talk about the most people singing along at one time, it's Don't Stop Believing. So Don't Stop Believing takes our best sing-along song. We add them to the list here, and we gotta go to the list. We gotta go to the listing page, and I don't even know where I wrote that. Here we go. There we go. All right. So we got to add a couple here. So our greatest college quarterback was Vince Young. Our greatest TV family was Family Matters, the Winslows. And our greatest sing-along song is Journey, Don't Stop Believing. Don't stop believing. So Don't Stop Believing. A Pizzle said it early in the show, and it did. It ended up going through the entire thing. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7 entries. We have 7 entries into the Champions of Champions tournament. Of course, we have Tupac, the reigning champion. We have college football as the best sporting event. We have Ghostbusters as the greatest movie theme song. We had our Father's Day, best father-child, Rick and Charlotte Flair. We have best college. We have greatest college quarterback, Vince Young. We have greatest TV family, Family Matters, and greatest sing-along, Don't Stop Believing. All right, so next week, I'm trying to think of what next week is. It's the 16th. Next week, I think we'll go with a sports. I think we'll go with a sports topic. So we'll think about it during the week. We'll think about it during the week, and we'll get back to doing. We'll do a sports topic. Anytime we do a sports topic, we'll be over on the David 3000 network. To do a sports. So we'll do a sports topic, and we'll try to come up with something. Oh no, I already know. I said it last time. We are doing next week. As I said on Snowman in the Morning, we're doing greatest play. We're going to do greatest play. Now, what I'm going to do for that is I'm going to select a play from each of the major sports. So we'll take hockey, we'll take football, we'll take college football, college basketball, NBA, Major League Baseball, and we'll put it. So we'll do best. So we'll do best play in baseball, best hit in baseball, best home run. Best home run. We'll take best offensive play in football and college football. We'll take best defensive play in college football. That will be an interesting discussion next week. And I'll just preview this a little bit. The greatest defensive plays in the history. Nope, I'm hitting something. I didn't mean to do that. But greatest plays. The greatest play. The greatest defensive play. People say, oh, they don't play defense in the Pro Bowl. Tell that to Sean Taylor. Best defensive play I've ever seen in a football game came in the Pro Bowl. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go look it up. You could also say the best defensive play. To me, my favorite My favorite defensive play of all time came from one of the best running backs of all time. That would be Terrell Davis. Go look up Terrell Davis special teams. Go watch what he did on a kickoff where he almost killed a guy. He almost killed a guy. And it was how he made the team. And then, of course, Terrell Davis goes on to be 2,000-yard rusher, 2-time Super Bowl champion, and led the Broncos to 2 Super Bowls. Got John Elway his Super Bowl. John Elway doesn't get Super Bowl rings without Terrell Davis. So Terrell Davis is what made that Super Bowl happen. But yeah. But so that's what's interesting about greatest defensive play. And my greatest college football defensive play was made by a running back. It was Maurice Clarett in the 2001 National Championship game. Go watch him rip the ball out of Mike Rumpf's hand. It was early in that game, but it saved the game. Saved the game for Ohio State. It put Ohio State in the game where you thought they turned the ball over at the goal line, and all of a sudden Maurice Clarett just rips the ball out of Mike Rumpf's hands while he's returning it. It changed everything. They go on to score on that drive. We all know what happens. We all know the controversy at the end of that game. But so we're going to talk greatest plays of all time. So that's the kind of discussion we're going to have next week. So next week on Summer of Greatness, we have greatest play. And that's what we're going to do next week. All right, guys, you heard it here. Don't Stop Believing. Greatest sing-along song. You heard me sing some songs awfully. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know. Do all the YouTube things. Like, subscribe, all of that. I know we didn't get to hear from her, but Cousin Brianna, I hope everything worked out. It's okay. Don't worry about not being on the show. You're always welcome back. You can always come on the show. You can always listen to the show and let us know if we got it right, got it wrong. Let us know. We're always up for your thoughts, but we'll do that. So we'll be ready to go. All right, the rain is coming here, and it is pouring outside, so I'm going to get out of here before the internet dies. But everybody, have a good one. We'll be back next week with greatest play of all time. And with that, we will end. Oh, not yet. Not yet. We always have to end with this. Remember, everything you heard here
just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I've ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.